Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 9 p.m. English news edition brought to you live from the national television, the top series of tonight's hour. The President of the Republican Head of Government, President Ismail Omar Guelleh, welcomed Congo-Brazzaville's Foreign Minister, who delivered special messages from his government. And on the international scene, Egypt's President Al-Sisi and Turkish Foreign Minister Johnny reiterated the rejection of the occupation in Gaza Strip. Welcome back in our newsroom. We begin tonight news with the President of the Republic, who today welcomed Congo-Brazzaville's Foreign Minister at the Presidential Palace. President Ismail Omar Guelleh today welcomed the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Congo-Brazzaville, Jean-Claude Gassogo, at the Presidential Palace. The minister delivered a message from President Denis Sassou Nguesso requesting Djibouti's support for Congo-Brazzaville's candidacy for the post of General Director of UNESCO. President Guelleh responded positively in noting that Djibouti is among the 13 African member states of UNESCO eligible to vote in the coming election for a new Director General who will serve a 4-year term. 3 candidates are in the running from Congo-Brazzaville, Egypt, and Mexico as well. The meeting also provided an opportunity for both sides to review the strong ties of friendship and cooperation between their countries and to discuss sharing experience and expertise in areas of mutual interest. Minister Gassogo was accompanied by a high-level delegation including Congo-Brazzaville's candidate for the UNESCO post, Matoko, and diplomatic advisor Ambassador Jacques Obia. On the Djiboutian side, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, a spokesperson of the government, Abdulkader Hussein Umar, attended the meeting. And the National Workshop on Emergency Telecommunications. The Ministry of the Interior, through its Executive Secretariat for Disaster and Risk Management, in close collaboration with the Ministry of Telecommunications, has launched a national workshop aimed at reinforcing the skills of key stakeholders and upcoming provisions of the National Emergency Telecommunications Plan. With the natural and technological disasters becoming more frequent and severe, resilient communication systems are vital to ensuring effective rescue coordination and public safety. The opening ceremony, chaired by the Minister of Communication in charge of Post and Telecommunication, Radwan Abdullahi Bahdon, brought together several senior officials.
For all, and let me just remind you that this is part of the initiative by the UN Secretary General, which was established on the March 2022 on early warning for all, with the aim to protect every person in the planet by early warning system in a 5 years period. And the overall objective is that to protect people against hazardous hydrometeorological and environmental related hazard in a 5 years period. And the initiative aimed to create a multi-hazard early warning system that include risk knowledge, monitoring and observation and forecasting, communication of warning, and anticipatory action to support resilience, protecting human lives and livelihood.
As we know that Djibouti is increasingly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change, experiencing extreme heat waves, prolonged droughts, and earthquakes. These climatic events have severely impacted the water availability, agricultural productivity, and the overall stability of the communities. As these hazards intensify, the need for effective people-centered and multi-hazard early warning systems becomes more urgent than ever. We are starting this journey as we started last year for the launch of the early warning for all here in the same place, and now we are moving ahead to finalize the roadmap today.
Taking the floor, the Executive Secretary for Disaster and Risk Management said that the objective of the workshop is to improve knowledge in disaster management and on the National Emergency Telecommunications Plan. He emphasized that building robust communication systems is a key priority for the country. The executive secretary explained also that this workshop will equip stakeholders with the tools and expertise needed to respond more effectively in emergencies, ensure well-coordinated rescue operations, and keep communities safe in the face of natural or technological disasters. In his address, the Minister of Telecommunication stated that this workshop is part of the government's commitment to strengthening national resilience to natural and technological risk. He underlined that enhancing emergency telecommunication is very important for ensuring timely alerts, rapid coordination among responders, and the safety of citizens during crisis. The minister also noted that bringing together expert officials and international partners will help develop practical solutions and share best practices, ensuring the country is better prepared to face future challenges. He added that the updated National Emergency Telecommunications Plan will serve as a strategic tool for managing crises more effectively. Finally, the Minister of Telecommunication reaffirmed the government's determination to invest in modern technology and capacity building to protect lives and safeguard communities. Other news now, the chairperson of the Port and Free Zones Authority, Abubakar Omar Hadi, visited today the Dameljok oil export port, one of the country's most ambitious strategic projects. He was accompanied by his technical team who inspected the port facilities and spoke with engineers on site. In 2020, the President of the Republic and Head of Government, President Ismail Omar Guelleh, laid the foundation stone for the Dameljok oil port. This major infrastructure project is a key part of Djibouti's modernization effort. Located southeast of the capital, the port is a part of the Djibouti Vision 2035, which aims to position the country as a leading energy and logistic hub in East Africa. The Dameljok oil port features a 2.5 kilometers oil jetty with an annual handling capacity of 25 million tons. It includes a 350 meters access bridge connected to a central terminal via 9 retractable pipelines. This allows for the simultaneous handling of multiple petroleum products, including diesel, jet fuel, gasoline, heavy fuel oil, and liquefied petroleum gas. The port strengthens regional trade through an improved logistic chain. 17 kilometer walkway line currently under construction will connect the port directly to the Nagad station. This project, Let's Recall, led by Great Horn Investment Holding and the Ethiopia Djibouti Railway Company, will enhance multimodal connectivity and facilitate cargo transit. Access is via a 14 kilometers sea channel, 400 to 1,000 meters wide. And in his remarks, the chairperson of the Port and Free Zones Authority, Abubakar Omar Hadi, explained that the port is equipped with 2 berths, one for Aframax vessels of up to 120,000 deadweight tons. The chairperson of the Port and Free Zones Authority, Abubakar Omar Hadi, added that maritime access is provided through a 14 kilometers channel between 400 and 1,100 meters wide to 18 to 30 meters deep, fully marked with the 15 buoys and fitted with a leading light to guarantee safe navigation for large vessels. According to the chairperson of the Port and Free Zones Authority, this infrastructure is not only designed for improving fuel for domestic use, but also for supplying ships transiting the strategic Bab el-Mandeb Strait and the Red Sea, as well as serving landlocked countries in the region. He emphasized that the Dameljok oil port is a cornerstone of the national strategy backed by the President of the Republic to position Djibouti as a leading economic and logistic hub and to strengthen its geostrategic role on the international stage. And now the weather conditions of the country. The seasonal Karma or Karan winds have brought showers to several regions of the country. Last night, the National Meteorology Agency reported heavy rains in the Dekhi region between 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Yoboki recorded 9 millimeters of rain, while the Hanle area also experienced heavy downpours. The areas of Irir and Gagade received also significant rainfall as well. As a result, several rivers and seasonal streams in the region are now in flood, including the Gobad Wadi. We take you now to Seychelles, where Djiboutian entrepreneurs are honored at Indian Ocean Youth Game. As part of the 13th edition of the Indian Ocean Youth and Sport Commission Games, two young Djiboutian entrepreneurs, Omar Ahmed Mohammed and Idris Mohammed Musa, represented the Republic of Djibouti at the Young Entrepreneurs Exhibition held in Seychelles. This regional event aims to promote entrepreneurship, creativity and innovation among young people across the Indian Ocean. It offered our representative an opportunity to showcase their talents through their original and expressive exhibitions. Omar and Idris impressed visitors and jury members with their commitment, artistic sense, and entrepreneurial spirit. Their participation reached highlights when they were awarded the prestigious Grand President's Award presented on the occasion of the African Youth Day. This honor recognizes their excellence, dedication, and contribution to promoting youth entrepreneurship through art. The exhibition ceremony was also marked by the presence of Louise René Toby, Secretary General of the Conference of Ministers of Youth and Sport. The national TV recorded the thoughts and feelings of the young people taking part in the exhibition. Young Djiboutian entrepreneurs at the Games expressed pride in representing their country on a continental stage. They said that this recognition was not only a national honor, but also a strong encouragement for young people in Djibouti to engage in innovative and promising initiatives. They also emphasized that such events inspire them to work harder, develop their talents, and contribute to the nation's development. And now the closing ceremony of the 13th Indian Ocean and Sport Commission Games in Seychelles. The 13th edition of the Indian Ocean Youth and Sport Commission Games came to a joyful close yesterday in Seychelles with a colorful ceremony celebrating the 7 member states under the theme Solidarity, Peace and Progress. It marked the end of an exceptional event hosted by the Republic of Seychelles. The closing ceremony featured vibrant performances highlighting the cultural diversity and creativity of the region's nations. Sport delegations paraded proudly with athletes and coaches carrying their national flags, embodying the spirit of unity and friendship that define this year's game. Their hard-earned achievements were met with a warm applause from the crowd. The Seychelles Games anthem was played, followed by the official flag presentations, greeted with the long round of applause, a fitting end to this edition and the start of a new chapter as the delegation left the stadium to cheers from the audience. The atmosphere was filled with excitement and appreciation. Beyond the sporting results, the games helped strengthen ties among Indian Ocean Islands, confirming the role of young people as a driving force for regional development. In her address, Seychelles Minister of Youth, Sport and Family, Marie-Céline Zeiler, said the event reflected the values of excellence and living together, adding that today we pass the torch with confidence to Djibouti, the guardian of our youth dreams. Officials speaking at the ceremony highlighted the importance of this occasion, noted that the Games not only celebrate sporting excellence but also strengthen unity, friendship, and cultural exchange among the nations of the Indian Ocean. They emphasize that such events inspire young people to strive for success while promoting solidarity and peace across the region. They added that the symbolic handed over of the Games flag to Djibouti marks the start of a new chapter filled with hope and ambition. Finally, they expressed their confidence that the next edition Djibouti will build on this spirit and achieve even greater success. Tonight, magazine is focused on the African Day of Decentralization and Local Authorities. August 10 marks the African Day of Decentralization and Local Authorities, a symbolic date for all countries on the continent committed to transforming governance. Established in 2012 by the African Union, this day aims to promote local management that is participatory, inclusive, and adapted to the needs of communities. Across Africa, decentralization is seen as a key tool to bring administration closer to the citizens, improve access to public services, and encourage balanced development. In Djibouti, this commitment is not new. Since independence, the country has worked to structure its territorial administration. The 1992 Constitution laid the first legal foundations for decentralization. In 1992, provisional regional councils were created, followed in 2006 by the first local elections. The President of the Republic and Head of Government, President Ismail Omar Guelleh, emphasized that despite challenges, the political will to advance decentralization remains strong. According to the President of the Republic, the opening of the roads, rehabilitation of health facilities, and the construction of schools are clear proof that decentralization has become a tangible tool for improving citizens' living conditions. Despite challenges, political will remains strong. Djibouti continues to strengthen local governance. More than 92 projects have been carried out in the inland regions under the ADIL program, the Local Initiatives of Development Support Program, with the support of the government and its technical partners. These projects include road openings, health facility rehabilitation, school constructions, and new health centers, making decentralization a real tool for improving living conditions. The Minister of Interior stressed that decentralization is not just an administrative process but a pillar of sustainable and fair development. This celebration serves as a reminder that Djibouti's future will also be built in its region with governance that is closer to its citizens and focus on improving everyday life. Still with the national news, as part of inclusion policy, the State Secretariat for Sport, in cooperation with the Ministry of Women and Family Affairs and the National Union of Djiboutian Women, continues its commitment to supporting young people. At Hassan Goulet Stadium, a new stage of this program began, offering training for a group of girls from the Child Protection Center in partnership with the Djiboutian Taekwondo Federation through the club. This training session, designed for about 10 participants, allowed them to learn the basic of self-defense technique, boosting their self-confidence, discipline, and ability to protect them. The project, let's recall once again, highlights the importance of sport as a tool for education, empowerment, and protection, especially for young girls. Following the 2025 ITTF training camp organized by the Djibouti Table Tennis Federation from July 31st to August 4th, 2025, around 30 boys and girls aged between 10 and 15 from different neighborhoods of the capital benefited from high-quality coaching aimed at training the next generation of players. The camp, part of the ITTF 2025 program, was followed by a 3-day competition from August 5th to 7th featuring 32 participants in a single elimination format. The award ceremony took place on Friday, August 8th at the main table tennis hall of Hassan Guled Stadium, marking the successful conclusion of the event and honoring the winners. The training session and tournament were supervised by the Federation's technical staff under the leadership of its President Mahmoud Omar. Moving on now to the regional and international news. At the CHAN 2025, Tanzania pulled off a dramatic comeback against Madagascar, winning 2-1 after trailing at halftime. Madagascar struck first on a quick counter, but Tanzania equalized earlier in the second half and secured victory with a goal 15 minutes from the end. In the other match, Mauritania claimed a vital 1-0 win over the Central African Republic with a goal in the 68th minute. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan, meeting in new alignment, reaffirmed the rejection of Israel's military reoccupation of Gaza and the forced displacement of Palestinians. They call for an immediate ceasefire, the delivery of humanitarian aid, and the release of hostages and prisoners, threatening that such displacement is a red line. Egyptian Foreign Minister said both countries are coordinating within the Seven-Nation Committee, the Arab League, and the OIC to push for urgent international action. On the 674th day of the war in Gaza, 48 Palestinians were killed in 24 hours, including 40 awaiting aid, as famine-related deaths reached 217, among them 100 children. The humanitarian situation described by returning U.S. doctor as truly terrifying now threatens the entire population, not just children with starvation. And finally, East Africa is turning to a local cloud infrastructure for faster performance, lower latency, and stronger data protection under new local storage laws. Startups in Nairobi and Kampala report better service and security after migrating. That's it for tonight's news. Thanks for being with us and have a good night.